Tomorrow promises trying times. How am I going to endure that if I'm still stuck in the pleasure of right now? And that's where we find a lot of people. That's where we find men. That's where I find myself. I've been caught in the past of, oh, when it was good and I wish I could just return to that, or caught in the future of, oh my God, if this will work out and that'll work out, it won't be as bad as right now. This is the Better Man channel, where we choose to embark on that strong path, man, and to enjoy the masculine nature of being man, independent, strong, upright. It's my path. I don't care about yours. Strong men are not a slave to anything. Let me repeat that. Strong, independent, self-reliant men are not a slave to anything. They're not a slave to the good. They're not even a slave to the bad. They have that indifferent attitude of, this too shall pass. I'm not going to be drawn into even the good. I'm not going to be drawn into the bad. I'm going to be focused on right now. What can I do right now? And that's why I like the stoic mindset and the stoic philosophers. They had this indifferent attitude. And a lot of times we see that as kind of this cold, emotionless people. It's not that they didn't have emotions. It's that they didn't allow the emotions to regulate them. I'm angry. I'm upset. Well, this too shall pass. This situation that's evoking those characteristics, those feelings, those emotions, this too shall pass. They had that strong stoic demeanor about them that allowed them to be composed. When trying times came, they didn't throw up their hands in the air and say, oh, poor, pitiful me. We see a large majority of people doing that today. They can't handle adversity. We've been there. I've been there. Tough times come and I fall down. I quit. As an ex-addict, I would run to that addiction. I would run to alcohol, trying to overcome those trying times because I couldn't handle it. I didn't have the mindset of, this too shall pass. I wasn't indifferent. And for us to be strong, capable men that can overcome the obstacles, the adversity that the rest of the world just seemingly can't do it, right? We live in this culture, this oppressed victim mindset mentality where, oh God, it's tough. It's too difficult. I can't handle it. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. We are men created to be strong. We need to return to that traditional sense, that traditional feeling like them Stoics that said, I'm indifferent. So what? Good or bad? So what? We learn from the bad. Okay, what can I learn? What was my take in this? What was my part in this? And then with the good, we learn, okay, that's good times and feels all right now, but tomorrow promises trying times. How am I going to endure that if I'm still stuck in the pleasure of right now? And that's where we find a lot of people. That's where we find men. That's where I find myself. I've been caught in the past of, oh, when it was good and I wish I could just return to that, or caught in the future of, oh my God, if this will work out and that'll work out, it won't be as bad as right now. We lose the power of right now when we're a slave to pleasure, or when we're a slave to hurt or trauma or adversity. We need to remove that mindset. We become indifferent. We are those men that have that calculated indifference, right? And I like that calculated. It's not just, I don't give a shit about anything in the world. That's not life, man. Life's meant to be enjoyed. We should seek out enjoyable moments, but we have that calculated indifference, knowing that, okay, today was a good day, but that's not promised for tomorrow. And on that same note, we have a bad day. Okay, today was a bad day, but tomorrow could be better. There's opportunity in tomorrow. It's not always going to be bad. It's not always going to be good. So we have this indifferent, this calculated, thought out, planned strategy that, okay, so what? It was a good day. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a bad day. So what? Lesson learned. Let's move on. And that's that stoic mindset that we as men need to return to. In this instant gratification culture, we're taught that, oh, we get it now. And if we don't get it now, get upset. You deserve it now. You are entitled. And that brings about the collapse of strength, because every day is not promised to be good. And when you become a slave to the idea that it should be good, you are bound to fall and to fail, because not everything is going to work in your favor. How can we learn from that? How can we move on from that? And when we become a slave to even to the bad things, oh God, it's poor, pitiful, it's pessimistic, nihilistic thing, then how can we truly live? Because those things too shall pass. All things are going to pass. We as men become stronger when we adopt that indifferent mindset. And again, that doesn't mean that we don't have feelings or emotions. We recognize that those emotions, those feelings are temporary. They will pass. They're merely signposts for to teach us and guide us how to handle that moment. Bad thing, okay, what can I learn from it? Let me calculate my next move. Good things, okay, let me take the good from it, and everything else I take with a grain of salt. We are created to be strong. We are created to have that calculated, indifferent mindset that knows this too shall pass, both good and bad. I love you guys. I respect you guys. Let's get that indifferent, stoic, emotional, regulated mindset. And I promise you, life will be more enjoyable. We'll find fulfillment in that. We won't be a slave to the good. We won't be a slave to the bad. You guys will hear from me next episode.